Let's go.
सीने से तुम लग जाए അന്നെ ഇജ്ജ് 9 മണിക്കൂർ വർക്ക് ചെയ്തിട്ട് ഞാൻ എന്നെ കണ്ടില്ല. ഞാൻ 2 ഡ്യൂട്ടി എടുത്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞു. Still I am happy. ഞാൻ മറ്റേ ശ്രീശാനോട് പറഞ്ഞിരുന്നു ഞാൻ ഇവിടെ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. ഉപ്പാനോട് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് പോവാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. പോയാ
പോല പറഞ്ഞോളെ
കണ്ടില്ല.
അഞ്ച് സോഫ
അത് സംഭവം
തോറ്റിട്ട് തോറ്റ്
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Copyright
it
അടിക്കൂടാ.
might look a bit like that. The stadium is full
പാട്ട്
of
സെയിം
focus and
രീതിയായി
energy.
കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ കോപ്പറേറ്റ്
This
അടിക്കാം.
certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. We're underway. Who do you, Jim, see making a difference here?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
I wonder whether that has anything to do with you being in a goal for a shot!
Goal!
A real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Bayer Leverkusen are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Batistuta. Quarter of an hour played. Pass is just off target. That's going to go a long way. Schlotterbeck gets over and intercepts. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Martinelli. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Hullet. That pass has been well intercepted. And here's Hullet.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And the ball's come loose here. Danger averted for now. Done delicately. Now it's Batistuta. Bayer Leverkusen are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Played back in. That's an excellent interception. Searching pass he's played there. He's found support out wide. He's having a shot! Shevchenko! This guy is class! About as smooth as it gets. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. As simple as you like. The outcome utterly inevitable.
Again, that's terrific movement,
Oh,
Peter,
shit.
and an even better pass. It's beautifully played.
Bayer Leverkusen are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Oh, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off? That's just playing it safe and simple.
Beckenbauer.
Oh.
Olise carries the ball down the right. He's found the way through. Oh, what a chance! It's there! Half-time imminent! What a time to score! That is a super smooth goal. Beautiful manoeuvring of the ball and splendid authority in the finish.
Yeah, the touch before the finish is so often the critical part, and we've just seen an example.
This is threatening to become a really good game.
Oh, we have a very different...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. Neither side holding back here. It has been quite a half this.
Yeah, they're ahead, Peter, but they can't afford to get too complacent. They need to go with the same intensity and tempo they showed in getting both the goals. Try to get another now and establish that 2-goal cushion early in the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Substitution.
So off we go once more. Yeah. Driving forward. Shevchenko. Chance!
Shit.
Denied by an instinctive save.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Terrific! Off the post! Decent enough try.
Batistuta certainly got the pace he wanted on that, but not the all-important bend.
Oh shit.
Oh, red. Nice interception. White. Now it's Hullet. He's gone away. Batistuta. This is Batistuta. Very nicely done. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Osimhen. Now it's Mbappe.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And he's intervened well there. Knocks it into space. Costa Curta gets it clear. Neither of these two want to come off second best. And here's Batistuta. He's shifting through the gears here. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Beckenbauer calmly anticipates. The pass is intercepted. Oh, that's fabulous. Closing in on goal. Takes a shot! They've done it! There seemed no way back, but they are it happen. Squeezed through with sheer will and considerable accuracy.
I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here.
Shoots! They've scored! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Whistle's gone, and the referee has given a penalty. And that is a huge moment in the context of the game.
അതാണ് ഞാൻ ചെയ്യുന്നത്.
Substitution in progress.
So this to restore parity. Brilliant save from Donnarumma! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Well, that is one way to stop him. And he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Some of them aren't happy with that challenge and they're getting involved. Steady.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 19.
Now there are plenty in the middle waiting for this. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. He gets big! Harmlessly behind. Leverkusen have now used up all but one of their substitution windows.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Mbappe! Dealt with nicely by the defence.
Thank you guys. FC right.
He's gone for goal. Oh, a very decent attempt. Makes the interception. Neymar has a look and plays it forward.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
He is through here. He rises! Hits it again, but still no joy.
Bayer Leverkusen really can do themselves a massive favour by making good use of this spell now.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 18.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Number 23. Griezmann.
Gets his head on it! Header just off target.
That's a great attempt, although he clearly feels he should have done better with it.
It's lofted through here. I think that's offside. Yes, it is. And that's that. Bayer Leverkusen pleasingly clever on the ball. They had their moments, but ultimately they take away nothing. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
It can be difficult at times playing in front of your own fans if
Ah,
you're not
they
living
both-
up to the expectations. And I think with confidence looking a little fragile at the moment, they were playing not to lose more than trying to win, and I think everything was just a letdown because of that. And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.
Let's go. Nice, ഒന്നല്ലടാ.
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and it's a pleasure to be alongside Jim Beglin. Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Now this man Yaya Toure, Jim, midfielders don't come much more complete and dominant than him, do they?
Well, the envy of so many opposition teams, I would guess. No one offers the consent to shoot! Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Maldini gets his final warning. I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
And we have our very first corner. Tries to get it clear. Bayer Leverkusen have the chance to go the other way. Oh, easy pickings there. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Romario, and Romario! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Romario really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
It's their second corner of the game. Big header! Oh, he didn't quite beat it right. Bayer Leverkusen yet to have an attempt on goal. Now it's Batistuta. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Baresi. White is one whose deliveries we all know about. And here's Shevchenko. Alex! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Olise. Now Costa Corta. That's a cute ball. That is not the best ball. And he offers an apologetic look.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar.
Oh.
Anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. And he's there to retrieve it. And he shoots! Oh, that's majestic!
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
He gave it plenty and some. Thrashed it in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
So the first goal of the game. A terrific header! Goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And the first 45 minutes are up. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 8. Coming on to replace him is number
So off we go once more.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it, try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Roberto Baggio. Nakata gets a foot in here. The movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
Markle.
Neymar.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Threads one in. Oh, he's been caught napping. And that's a goal kick. Maldini picks it up from the goal kick. Out towards the flank. Neymar.
Decent attempt, just a little mistimed.
Not the best distribution from the keeper. Aimed beyond the defence. He's in a good position here. It's loose now and they want to get it back. It's a promising run he's making on the right. And this is the one. Can he finish? No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
We have got ourselves a game here.
But we have a very different game on our hands now, all of a sudden. This one's totally up for grabs.
Nakata. Oh, well played, well sorted out. By Leverkusen, perhaps contemplating their next change here. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Nakata going face to face with his great rival. Oh, nice touch. This is and that could have brought them level.
Neymar is clearly gutted about that one, but he needs to shake it off and go again.
By Leverkusen looking to pass their way through. Batistuta. And he's there to belt it away. Can he get on the end of this?
Bayer Leverkusen really are showing all the necessary urgency for the potency they need.
And he was quick to react.
കളിയോടെ തോൽക്കാൻ ഫാൻ
That's a foul.
അത്
And the
ഗോളിട്ട്
whistle's
പോവാം.
gone.
അവിടെ
Looking
ഗോൾ
to what
ഗോൾ
they
ഒന്നിനും
need.
കാണിക്കൂല.
Cool heads and
സർപ്രൈസാ?
discipline, and instead it looks like they've
വിട്ടു
got
പോവാം
liability in their side. Very little time to go, and they have a free kick in a really promising area. And this is a great chance to get themselves back square. Neymar!
ഓ ഷിറ്റ്
Deftly away. Gullit.
It's make or break time now, and they're all headed for the penalty box. Bayer Leverkusen really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
ഐശാനസിന്റെ കർമ്മോസ് എനിക്ക് പപ്പായ
That's a dangerous ball. Through pass. That was nowhere near his best. And that's that.
കളി കഴിഞ്ഞടാ
Bayer Leverkusen were involved in a great game here, unpredictable in so many ways.
വാ മോനെ ഒന്നുകൂടി കളിക്കാം.
എനിക്ക് പറ്റുന്നില്ല. എന്റെ കുട്ടിക്ക് കൊടുക്കേ.
പോയി വന്നു.
ഒരു രസമില്ല. SMS കൊടുക്കണ്ട. ഏതായാലും മടിയിലൊക്കെ ഇരിക്കണേ. സ്കൂളുണ്ടായിരുന്നു ഐശാനസക്ക്.
ഇതിലെന്തായാലും ജയിക്കും.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beckley.
Well, I can tell you I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. Great chance! The keeper has reacted superbly there.
Batistuta really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Neymar. Into the channel. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Can he finish? He scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
I doubt very much that this was in the script.
Of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Oh, he's been caught napping. That's gone loose. Tries to play it through.
Awkward, but he had a good crack at it. Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
കാണുന്നതിൽ രസമായിട്ട് സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് പഠിച്ചോളൂ.
Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Roberto Baggio conjures time and space where few can. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. expected better, and so did he. The idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. The pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. That's a cute ball. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks. Beckenbauer. No, that was never going to make it. Looking to play him in. He was clearly disappointed with that pass. Bayer Leverkusen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup. White picks it up out wide. It is a corner. And we have our very first corner. The chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Bayer Leverkusen have their second corner now. Shevchenko! Decent attempt, but not quite good enough. And it's Nakata. Denied by an instinctive save. Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. Bayer Leverkusen have their third corner. Big header! And that has been cleared. This time, surely! Cannavaro with the clearance.
Added time.
Probing pass. That's beautifully weighted. And Romario! Crossbar comes to the rescue. A decent effort as the first half draws to a close. So it's all square. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Some first half thoughts?
Bayer Leverkusen will be pretty happy with the way they've performed so far. They remain calm after going behind, and they were able to raise the intensity, get their equaliser. So this isn't bad at all.
Bayer Leverkusen are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. We're already back up and running after half-time.
Bayer Leverkusen are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Olise. Nakata. Yeah. Now Neymar.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Neymar crosses it in. Khan claims it safe hands. This interception, his positioning was spot on. Now it's Perez. Oh, that is asking for trouble. Nakata does well to get it back. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's played through for him. He's in a great... And the shot! Oh, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite. Well, it's really unfortunate. He'll be kicking himself at the moment, and believe me, I know how that feels.
So one moment's crazy confusion, but they all count.
Listen, sometimes you need that little bit of luck in games like these. scoring a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
That's what he lives for, Peter. Not a lot more to add.
And the finish!
Yes, yes.
Trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Oh, well played, well played.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Costa Corta gets it clear. Nicely weighted ball. He's taking no chances there. Looks a good ball through. Surely that deserved better.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender. Stay onside.
It's really well cleared. Time added on 4 minutes.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
He's having a shot! Fantastic from Elise! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! They have stolen level at the last! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
That is simply...
And there goes the final whistle.
Nice play, bro.
What a
Nice play.
magical football match, and genuine respect all round. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Well, it was engaging, if not an edge of your seat better, and importantly, it offered the right result.
Please look at the screen for information.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin, that's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
അവനെ തോൽപ്പിക്കാൻ പറ്റണ വല്ല ചെറിയ ഏരിയ ഉണ്ടാക്കാം. വേറെ ആരുള്ള ഒന്നും കൂടെ കളിച്ചോ കേട്ടോ. ഓക്കെ പ്ലേ എടാ കയറിടാ. അടുത്തത് നെക്സ്റ്റ്. ഗോൾഡൻ ഡ്രോ സോറിടാ. അവൻ എന്തായാലും കളിക്കും.
welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Well, I can tell you, I'm truly delighted to join you, Peter, and thank you very much for that.
The pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Bellingham!
ഇങ്ങനെ ബെല്ലിംഗാമിനെ ഇറക്കിയിരുന്നു.
Smooth as it gets. And what a start!
The perfect show of intent, great purpose, great industry, and great confidence.
One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest, real cut and thrust.
So, a breakthrough already. Can he get on the end of this?
ഇങ്ങോട്ടെല്ലാം ഇട്ടുകൊടുക്കണ്ട.
And he's heaved it away. He's a sharp little ball here. Nice touch.
എന്താ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. This ended up in no man's land. It's begun the defence. That is one way to stop him. No way through. Oh, it's come loose. Bellingham gets into some space. Bayer Leverkusen are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. Maldini is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. That'll be a throw-in. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it. Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Showing great feet there. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, wonderful effort, all by himself.
Well, Lisa can really show some outlandish skills, which is always welcome and obviously refreshing. Kumamoto really have found that they're getting more space out wide, and I can see now there's a lot of activity developing in that area, Peter.
Yeah, it's busy in there, isn't it?
Yeah, the wide players are doing their stuff and are grabbing the attention right now.
Beckenbauer. More and more pressure on the ball here. Up towards the front line. Bayer Leverkusen looking to go into the break, 1-0 up.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Roberto Baggio can so cleverly bypass the press. Romario
കേറില്ലേ? കേറില്ല.
threads one in. It's gone all the way through to the keeper. Beckenbauer. Oh, it's a promising build-up. There's plenty of really nice passing. That is a good shot.
Yes!
Shevchenko.
And there's the goal they've been looking for. Truly superb. That was going to be the final action of the first half. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Bayer Leverkusen really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Bayer Leverkusen in control at half-time, 2-0. If you're just back from your break, you've missed very little on the resumption of the second half. Now, who's going to be first to this? Scholes. Perez providing an outlet on that flank. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball.
it's Neymar. The pass is intercepted. Early stages of the second half, and still two between them. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now the ball in. Keeper's dealt with that. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Did he that because it had a decent chance of progressing?
Baresi promptly onto that, and that is that. Knocks it into space. Bellingham. Neymar. Robertson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Face to face, he's had a shot! Oh, he did the hard part right and loved the finish.
Well, I think they can breathe a massive sigh of relief then. Such a let-off.
Maldini. Closing in on the last quarter of an hour. Now it's Neymar. Oh, that's well spotted. Scholes. Nicely shaped ball. Nicely worked.
That's positional goals, the utilisation of space.
Glitch with the rangefinder there. And evident annoyance.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Bullet. Ahead by two and just about into the home straight. White. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Flings it across. Oh, it just needed a better touch, and you could see his annoyance.
Yeah, very careless, and I leave it at that.
Number 24, Bellingham. Coming on the field,
Oh, they could be caught out here.
Griezmann. Number 4, Hiroshi Nakata.
Keep the ball and you win the game. It really is that simple. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. And the pass has been well intercepted. And there goes the final whistle. Perhaps not quite utopian, not what was entirely desired, but most importantly, they have the result that was of paramount.
അവസാനം ജയിച്ചു. ഇനി മതിടാ, ഞാൻ വേറെ ആരെയും കളിക്കട്ടെ. ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തോളൂ കേട്ടോ. You again? Ali Ben Mansour B. Yeta and B.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. And he shoots! Laid out to the left flank. Perez going full steam ahead down the left flank, and he's managed to get free. Shot, surely! Oh, that was a half-piece singer. Nicely intercepted. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it. I think it's only right for me to respectfully acknowledge Fabio Cannavaro as being a little giant.
Not the tallest of centre-halves, but amongst the most commanding.
Yeah, and whatever he lacks in height, he makes up for in other areas. Anticipation, timing, and tactical intelligence, they're all top class.
Cleared without complication.
വേറെ മോഡലുകളുണ്ട്. അതാ
That looks a decent ball. That is a brilliant interception. And he's managed to get rid.
എനിക്കറിയില്ലടാ എൻ്റെ ബാക്കിനാണ് വയ്യ.
Baresi. No change to the score. 0-0 it remains. And it's Neymar.
ഇതാണല്ലോ
And here's Shevchenko. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And he's there to belt it away. And here's Hullet.
എടുക്കാം.
And the shot! Oh, crossbar!
കുത്ത്
White climbs up. And it's bounced out of the woodwork. Tries to get it clear.
ഏറില്ല.
We expected better, and so did he.
ഇടിക്കടിക്കടിക്ക്.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
of this. Now, can they get him away? Hoist
They
it
need
up,
it.
mighty
Yes.
Really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in. Superb timing to generate that power through a really strong net behind it, and he gave the keeper little opportunity.
36 minutes is
So the first goal of the game. I'd remind those players, Peter, that concentration will be key for a while now. As you momentum straight back to their position. It's who's going to get? Oh, he's been caught on it here.
Contra.
Aimed in towards the terrific header. Well, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought. I think we can expect a few more of those now. Better timing was all that was required. Great vision. That has not gone well. Scholes is always looking to break lines.
there will be 1 minute added time.
It's a little off target. Neymar. Half-time whistle goes. Very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling
കാണുന്നതൊക്കെ
stuff.
വെറുതെ ആണെങ്കിൽ സബ്സ്ക്രൈബിന്
I
ബട്ടൺ
like the fact
നോക്കിയാൽ
that there was a genuine flow to this game as well as intent.
316
I can't help
317
feeling that their efforts
പിന്നെ
deserved that
318
little bit more.
അങ്ങനെ പോയി
Bayern
400
Leverkusen having to have the lead in a title game.
400 ആയാലും പിന്നെ
1-0.
500 ആവാൻ ഒരു പണിയില്ല. ഇത് പോയി.
So can he finish? It's in! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser. Well, it looks like we have ourselves a real game here now, Peter. They've been rewarded for their courage, for their attitude, for their application, and now they want
ഭയങ്കര
another.
സാധനം.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him. Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one. It's Neymar! And he's there to get it away. And it's Bellingham. Vicious ball here. Kahn gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. Through pass. Less said about that pass, the better. That's put paid to a promising move. Quarter of an hour into the second half. White is sporting a guilty look after that. Clearly is miffed having made the run and not get picked out. And here's Neymar. Tries a shot! That is a crunching tackle. Nicely weighted ball. This is Neymar. Neymar unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Played into space. Well, that's well seen too. And here's Neymar. He's found a way through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Not quite on the same wavelength. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Bellingham. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Knocks it into space. Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Shevchenko, number 19, White, number 24, Bellingham, coming on the field, number 20, moving ahead, number 5,
Nakata.
number 4, Hiroshi Nakata.
Now it's on it. Now this could be a chance.
അതെങ്ങനെ
Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it. Neymar has delivered a really costly miss. It could have been their last chance to win it. And here's
Neymar.
Neymar.
അടിച്ചോളാം.
Chance. I think we might be done here,
Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Many minutes has been indicated.
That's well spotted. Tries to pass it through, and the counter is on. Nakata,
Well, he's
and that is that. Nothing to separate the sides in the end, for the want of desire, drive, or determination.
വേറെ ആരാ കളിക്കാനുള്ള? Is anybody wants to play? നിരന്തരം മെസ്സേജ്. വേറെ ആരെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടോ എന്ന് നോക്കട്ടെ. ആരെങ്കിലും വരടോ? കയറി വരൂ, കയറി വരൂ, കയറി വരൂ, കയറി വരൂ, കയറി വരൂ, കയറി വരൂ, കയറി വരൂ. പുതിയ ബാനർ ഉണ്ടാക്കട്ടെ.
ഇല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഒന്നുമില്ല. മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? ഓക്കെ. അതൊക്കെ എന്തെന്ന് പറയുന്നു, ഒന്നും പറയുന്നില്ല, ഒന്നിനും ഉത്തരം പറയില്ല. അതൊക്കെ എന്ത് പറയുന്നത്? മനോഹരമായ ലൈവ് സ്ട്രീമിലേക്ക് എല്ലാവർക്കും സ്വാഗതം. ലൈവുകൾ കണ്ട് ലൈക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ മറക്കരുത്. 1vs1 കളിക്കാൻ ആഗ്രഹമുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ റാൻഡമായി ചേരാവുന്നതാണ്. ഹൗ ടു ജോയിൻ ബ്രോ? E13 അതെന്തെന്ന് ഫോട്ടോ തരാം. ആരാച്ച കയറിക്കാ. നൈസ് പ്ലേ ബ്രോ, താങ്ക് യു ബ്രോ. ജി ഗുഡ് ഗെയിം ബ്രോ. ഡിവിഷൻ മണ്ണല്ലേ? റൂമിൽ നിന്ന് ഇറങ്ങുക, അടുത്താരം കയറിക്കോട്ടെ. കയറിക്ക ഇതിൽ കയറിക്ക. സബ് 313. 313 302 ഉണ്ടായി. അപ്പൊ 500 സബ് കിട്ടി. ജി റൂമിൽ നിന്ന് ഇറങ്ങുക ബ്രോ. ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത് ഇപ്പൊ ഒന്നും ആയിട്ടാ നമുക്ക് എല്ലാത്തിനും സാധനം ആടാ ഗോള് കയറി.
അനിരുദ്ധ് ബ്രോ,
എന്നെ മോഡി
അനിരുദ്ധ് ബ്രോ കളിക്കാൻ വന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. എത്ര പോണ്ട് കളി ഒന്ന് നോക്കട്ടെ. ഓക്കെ,
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous evening. The skies are clear. The noise is fervent. The atmosphere fantastic. I'm Peter Drury and this is Jim Beglin. Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is. Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans,
കൊന്നു, ബെല്ലിങ്ങാമിനെ കൊന്നു,
not taking him long.
എൻ്റെ ബെല്ലിങ്ങാമിനെ കൊന്നു.
It's a good 30, 35 yards out, this.
ഷെവ്ചെങ്കോ. ഗോള്.
That's tiny. Bellingham. Big running on show here.
തിരുവാതിര പോകണം.
No way through.
തിരുവാതിര കളിച്ചു.
Certain sixth sense. And now they can clear their lines. Peter, I look at this and think to myself, who's going to make the difference? Well, there's only one answer, and it has to be Ronaldo. He's capable of producing something.
വീണ്ടും നെയ്മറിനെയും കൊന്നു.
Defensively, I guess there's very little, if anything, missing from his game. Baresi has been booked just to confirm for that earlier incident. Baresi. And it's Neymar. Neymar going face to face with his great rival. Maldini.
Oh.
Beckenbauer. And that could set him on his way. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Borussia Dortmund clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Gullit. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And Gullit! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Well, that's a cracking try. Good technique to keep it low too.
Gullit constantly looking for the ball into the box. Tries to pass it through. It's an excellent interception. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And it's Gullit. Son Heung-min. It's played through for him. Nicked it back promptly. And here's Rivaldo. He's through.
ഒന്നുമില്ലടാ കളിയില്.
Wonderful for Rivaldo.
Oh, what a superb finish to this first half from a great player. It's lifted the whole mood of the team and indeed the fans, and it should be enough to ensure they go into the break with a narrow but very welcome advantage.
How's that for a class finish?
That's just clever. It made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
A 1-0 lead established. Here's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness perhaps the only things lacking.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
White does well to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And he was quick to react. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Cross to the back post.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Rivaldo. He's beaten the last man. Nicely intercepted. Bayer Leverkusen still chasing a 1-goal deficit here. Now it's Haaland. Beckenbauer. Your impression so far, Jim?
Bayer Leverkusen are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Takes a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Cruyff. Strong challenge. That could leave a mark. He was not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. And it's Batistuta. Belly. Oh, some tackle that.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Smartly reclaimed. And he's all... And there's the shot! Terrific effort, just off target.
I think it was one of those, Peter, where he's caught it too well. He's not even looking at the keeper, so he knew where everything was.
Coming on the field is number 20.
Beckenbauer. Yeah, conjures time and space where few can. Passing is crisp and sharp.
Bayer Leverkusen really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
Neymar puts his foot on the gas. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Driving through the middle. It's a good foot in there.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 24, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 4,
Rijkaard. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Enjoy this time. Rivaldo. And that is that. So in the end, 1 goal did it. An exciting encounter where both sides...
തോൽവികളേറ്റ് വാങ്ങാൻ എൻ്റെ ജീവിതം ഇനിയും ബാക്കി. ആൽഫി കിങ്, ഓക്കെ ബ്രോ, ഞാൻ ആൽഫി കിങ് ജോയിൻ ചെയ്തു. അലിഫ് കിങ് can join.
വാക്ക് ദീപ്.
റോയൽ നൈസ് കളി, നമ്മളെന്ത് കളി. ഞാൻ ആലിഫ് കിങ്ങിനെ എടുത്ത് തോറ്റിട്ട് വരാം. യെസ് ബ്രോ. എന്തോ കയറിയോ? കേൾക്കല്ലോ, കയറാവുമോ? പുറത്തിട്ടോ.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance to say that it is an absolute delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
Colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. We have already started here. Played out wide. Costa Curta cuts out the pass.
Relay.
And here's Osimhen. Osimhen unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And Shevchenko, nicely weighted ball. He's found a way through. Cannavaro with the slide tackle there.
किधर जाना है भाई?
Now, can they get him
मैच
away?
के बाद
Costa Curta calmly anticipates. Still goalless. Bellingham. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, Italy is the country of great defenders, Peter, and this fella, Alessandro Bastoni.
Great chance! Goal! Norway! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Norway have fired themselves in front.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
He's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. Neymar.
Bayer Leverkusen are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Batistuta! And the keeper couldn't hold it. And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Bayer Leverkusen with their first corner. The first in the game for either side, actually. He's got four. Foam header just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
That was good pressure, just hounded him off it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
White is one of the key ingredients in the team's attack. Gullit. White. And it's played in. Climbs up big! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, that was really sharp. That kind of delivery can play havoc with defences.
It's their second corner of the game. Rijkaard with the clearance. And now they can spring out a defence. He's having a shot! Could move up a gear here. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. That's a lovely, neat pass. And that'll be the final action of the first half. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
So we're just settling back into this second half.
Bayer Leverkusen really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And here's the chance to counter. A droll. He's had a shot! Really well taken goal. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure, and class.
I was impressed with both the movement and the pass, both causing lots of problems for that defence.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
Neymar. Beckenbauer. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right on top of them. Well, that looks a decent ball. And it's White. Gullit. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease with the ball. a race for the ball. Chouameni, Raul, Bastoni looking to provide the solidity his team so need. Oh, shooting chance! Will be quick to recover this. Costa Corta is there to clear.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 18, Neymar. Number 10, Gullit. Number 11.
Well, the goalkeeper's a lucky boy there.
On the field. Number 4, Hiroshi Nakata. Number
Nakata.
15, Messi.
And he's in on and Messi! All of his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, I think it's great. He's showing plenty of fight here. You want that to spread throughout the team now.
So, third corner of the game. It's bounced back into the post. He scored! Right place, right time, and a fine instinctive finish.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
While Leverkusen get themselves back into contention.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Oh no, what has happened here? Time is running out here.
All they need is one big chance, and it may do the trick.
And it's Nakata. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. And the counter is on. Played into space out wide. He's picked his way through. Drives it. There's the header! Just off target.
Well, he's furious with himself, but at least the boss is applauding his effort then.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 24.
So now we're going to get those changes we have been expecting.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and as a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
It's really nicely played. Shevchenko! That is commitment to the cause.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 9.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
Oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
Yes, bro.
And he did so well to get himself there.
I'm
What a good effort.
Next is you. Bro.
Poorly directed
Bro.
kick from the keeper, he's given it away. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, that was intense, an enjoyable contest that either
Where
could
team?
easily...
Where teammate? Raja? Oh, Hudil. Can you leave? I left him. Join. مستر ألف. Last match. വെക്കാണ് ഇട്ടെന്ന് പറയുന്നു.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box on Nancy Reports is Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium, and I've been hit by it too.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. The action has already started. And here's the change. Oh, it's come off the upright. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Hullet. Hullet! Oh, he's really drilled it.
Bullet clearly feels he did everything right there. He really wasn't that far away.
Olise takes control of enemies on the move.
I've always been a fan of Giovanni van Bronckhorst, someone who excels both as a defensive midfielder and a fullback. He's going to have to be busy in trying to cover both positions while ensuring that the team keeps its overall shape.
He is that kind of player, one who any team cannot have enough of in this day and age.
Exactly, we all know how astute and smart he is defensively, but he also adds a touch of class with the way he can carry the ball up the pitch. He's a good source of assists too.
All swung in. It's cleared by the keeper. Maldini. Bayer Leverkusen have had plenty of possession, but few, if any, genuine Oh no, what has happened here? Just the keeper to beat! Goes for a shot! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the first goal of the game.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Bayer Leverkusen finding their goal. He's having a go! Classic
astonishing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
Any thoughts on the goal? Well, I thought once he got the first part of it right by getting his knee over the ball, it was always likely to be drilled very low, and so it proved. That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to let...
Gets his head on it! Well, not this time, but a lot of applause for the thought.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Bellingham. Well, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. It's good running with the ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
2 added minutes has been
Pass
indicated.
has been well intercepted. And it's Neymar. And hits! That's it for the first half. A breathless ending. Bayer Leverkusen close to setting up the perfect climax there. It really has been pulsating.
Please
Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Bayer Leverkusen really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
That's been a decent 45 minutes. Competitive, certainly, and a goal each. And we are already promptly back underway.
Bayer Leverkusen are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
And there's green grass ahead of him. He has a look up. He's coming hard. And he's not happy with that challenge, but the referee has let it go. White is always looking to play quality balls. Neymar, and he's in on goal. Oh, that's neat. And the shot! Leverkusen! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
The keeper deserves some sympathy there. He may not have seen that until too late.
Bayer Leverkusen go into the lead.
Well, if they've done the hard part now, Peter, can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
This is Shevchenko. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet.
അയ്യോ അറിഞ്ഞു.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Lewis, real chance! He scores! And the lead lost no time at all.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Substitution for Leverkusen. Number 24, Bellingham. Coming on to replace him is number 4,
White. Wasn't easy on the eye, but it's done its job. Neymar carries the ball down the right. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. That's Batistuta. That's been won straight back. It's a good ball out wide. It's very disappointing, it has to be said.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well, it didn't look good for a while, but That was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Baresi. And that will be the final.
GG bro, GG.
So
Hello
it's
bro.
ended all square,
Hello,
both
hello.
sides showing battling qualities and neither willing to give in. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
അപ്പോൾ താങ്ക് യു ഫോർ വാച്ചിങ് ഗൈസ്.
More positives from the